Episode of the Everblack Podcast is brought to you by Deathwish, Hotrods and Kustoms. Check out their Instagram for all their new t-shirts, caps, beanies, cups, and the all-new Atomic Death lineup.
Hi.
Hey, Sonia, how are you, mate?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good for
Nice. Love your room.
Thanks.
So many plants.
It's very nerdy. It's real nerdy.
That's good. That's good.
I like your room. Look at that. You got your guitars up
A
there.
lot of guitar stuff. A lot of guitars.
That's the way. Hey, I've just got action figures, metal things. It's not as cool.
Never enough.
How are you going today? You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, just an easy day today. I'm trying to take it easy because in one day we're going back on tour. So we really need to have these days of rest. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. The singer of Cobra Spell is also here, Kristina. So we're spending some time together. I'm showing her around the Netherlands a little bit. You know, yesterday we went to Amsterdam. She saw the city for the first time. She had a real Dutch waffle. So it was fun.
Now and I'm all the way down here in the arse end of the world where, you've been to Australia, right?
Sorry?
You've been to Australia, haven't you?
I have never been in Australia. I would really like to go there. It's still my to-do list. Yeah.
Well, we'd love to have you guys. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Well, who knows what the future is gonna bring?
Yeah. But in the meantime, I mean, you've been really busy. Really, really busy. I mean, new Cobra Spell, you've been on tour.
I've been loaded with work. It's been loaded, though it's my passion really to do this.
Yeah.
Cobra Spell for me is my biggest dream, is something that means so much to me that I just enjoy. It's like a little, like a baby, you want to take care of it. And for me, that's my band. I really like to take care of my band and push it forward and do anything I can to bring it to a next level. So this is to be able to be on tour this last month. We have been on tour in Spain, in Portugal. It's been amazing. I really enjoy every single moment I can be on stage, and I am very excited for what's coming.
So the shows have been kicking ass so far?
Sorry?
I'm sorry, my accent is probably really
yeah,
wrong.
I have to get used to it a little. My English is not very good.
No. I can understand everything you say, but I got to learn to slow my Australian down because I sound like a record going backwards. So
I love that accent though. It's powerful. Sounds so good.
All right, let me slow that down. Of course, the shows have been really, really good. I've been keeping track on your Instagram and everything like that. I mean, with the new EP as well, Anthems of the Night. How have those tracks been going live on this run?
Yeah, we're playing the full EP Anthems of the Night live, including 3 songs from Love Venom. So we are playing quite a lot of we have 2 EPs, so it's very easy to play the whole full repertoire. We're just not playing one of the songs, which is Love Venom, but we're playing all of them. Yeah, and it's been quite an experience to be on tour. Cobra Spell is a band that has been started as a side project for me. It was a little fun project that I did together with Sebastian Silva, who is the guitar player of Unto Others. We started this for fun, to bring some fun in heavy metal music, because people take stuff way too seriously, and we just wanted to bring in some fun. So yeah, that's what we did. The coming up with the name was also very spontaneous. Cobra Spell. All right, let's do that. It's cool. And releasing Love Venom was received very well. It was received very well, and we started getting the band a little bit more seriously. And I started really investing into the band, more time, putting more work into stuff. And this is how Anthems of the Night took shape. We started really taking it more seriously and actually going into a real studio to record the tracks. And this EP was received even way better than Love Venom. The press was very positive. We did some music videos this time. These music videos have been received very well on YouTube. And this gives us a lot of new opportunities. So this kind of led me to make the choice to actually put my full priority into Cobra Spell, for people that might know me, I've been in bands before.
Yes. Oh, we know you. Come on, mate.
You know,
We know you. We know you down here. Come on. Yeah.
But yeah, so I did. This is this situations leaded me to take a choice to put my priority into Cobra Spell, and yeah, this is going very well. The band now has full priority, meaning that the band is going to be very, very active, and the band is for the first time on tour. And I realized that some of the members don't really are able to fully commit to the band and the priority of the band. And this is why we are going through some member changes right now. But we are working towards it and finding the right stable lineup for Cobra Spell. But the essence is there. Yeah.
That's awesome. See, it's good to see you, pushing forward with this band and that tour looks incredible. I mean, you're even playing a cruise ship. Right.
That's right. And it's organized by Wacken, which is like huge festival. Wacken is like a very big festival in Germany. And the organization of this festival is doing this full metal cruise. And we have been invited to play there. And it's honestly an honor. As I said, Cobra Spell started as a fun project. And for us to being able to play at this cruise is like, how did that happen?
You've played Wacken though, right?
I have.
Yeah.
3 years ago already. Time flies. I've played there and it was a dream come true for every single musician starting off. Like playing a Wacken is like a goal, at least here in Europe. For us, it's like always a big milestone and a dream. And to be able to play on stage on the wet stage, which is one of the 10 stages of Wacken, was really amazing. Truly something I'll never forget. I will consider that to be my highest achieving point of my musician career. And I'm definitely still dreaming on doing it again, for sure, with Cobra Spell.
Absolutely. I mean, even down here, that's like my dream to even go, let alone play Wacken, but to go there. I've had mates who have gone, and it's just like the greatest thing in the world. So I'm absolutely confident that you guys are going to be ripping up that stage very, very soon.
Oh, yeah, we will.
And it was being released through your own label, right? Anthems of the Night?
Yeah, so Anthems of the Night and Love Venom are both independent releases. So we did do it with Cobra Spell Records, which is kind of the name that I come up with to release it independently. I am investing fully on the band, so it's kind of like, yeah, we're doing it independently. But we are shopping around, with the release of Anthems of the Night. There have been a lot of opportunities coming to the band. A lot of labels have interest in us right now. And we're just taking it easy. We don't want to rush into any kind of deal. And we are negotiating carefully with these people and seeing what we can get out of it. Because it's very serious stuff to be signed to a label. It's not just getting money or anything. It doesn't work like that. It's giving away a lot too.
Yes.
So I am carefully negotiating what is the best for the band at the moment.
Because you've been there, you've experienced that.
I did, yeah. I have the experience with two bands now that are settled and are big, and I learned a lot from it. Certainly from Crypta. I learned a lot from how this stuff works and how this gives me a little bit of an insight. Of course, I'm not an expert at all. I am learning a lot. I'm still in the process of learning Cobra Spell, though with the insight that I have from my previous bands, I can put the good things into practice.
With obviously the theme of Cobra Spell, it draws a lot from the 80s, which is, I grew up in the 80s. So I was a little dude, but it seems that it's a fun era to draw from, and it seems to be making a way back. But what makes it so enticing for you to draw those 80s influences? Is it more than the hair and the clothes and the music? What is it about the 80s that draws you in?
Yeah, so I do have a big passion for this decade, certainly because of the fun they used to have in that time, the fun that they seem to have on this time. You see it in the music videos, you see it in the movies, you see it everywhere. They really used to go out of their way to have fun. Everything is very vibrant and colorful. The aesthetic the lights, the color of the lights, the neon, the design of the cars, the architecture, the list could go on. There's a lot of different subjects from the 80s that really, really attract me. I don't have really a particular reason. It's just something that I really like. So also the music, obviously, I really love 80s heavy metal music, but also hard rock music and glam. And I also really like synth pop from the 80s. I really like singers from back then, like Whitney Houston and everything, and Chaka Khan. The list goes on. I really have like a huge passion for that decade. And yeah, it doesn't really have an explanation. It just is like that. And it's the 80s bands that really inspired me to get into music and inspired me to become a musician myself. So listening to this music really also gives me a nostalgic feeling of what really what was the reason to become a musician for me. And Cobra Spell is the band that I created with the little youth dream that I had of creating a band without any kind of rules, like just being crazy on stage and having fun and smiling and making music that has energy. And that's kind of like my thing. And I really feel like I'm in my zone doing this. So it's like, it's something with the 80s. I don't know.
But it's right now I'm noticing, even, in metal down here, a lot of, the synths and stuff are making a comeback. Like synth wave is really massive at the moment.
Yeah.
It's everywhere right now. It's like this futuristic spin on what the 80s.
Yeah, the retro futuristic comeback. I love it. I love it. And it's also noticeable that artists, like very generic artists like The Weeknd, for example, named like a huge Billboard artist, also has a huge influence on the 80s. He's using synth techniques or samples or sounds that were used, or ideas, songwriting ideas that were used in a lot in the 80s. And you can hear that it's coming back in the music that are in the hit list. So it's kind of interesting how much influence the 80s has and how unaware people actually are about it, because you're not really aware of it, but it's everywhere. And artists and big artists also releasing their albums in vinyl more than before. It's happening a lot. So it's like we're still very hugely influenced by the 80s.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a vinyl dude. I love my vinyl, and that's been it's been over the last, I don't know, I hit 40 and that's what I got for my 40th birthday with some vinyl, and I fell down the rabbit hole. I really want to get some Cobra Spell on vinyl, by the way.
Oh yeah, well, we will have some soon. There's already they are pre-orderable right now, but they're being manufactured. There's a huge delay due to COVID and everything. I don't know what. There's so many different reasons why there is a delay, but we're waiting for them. But we will have the Anthems of the Night on vinyl shipped soon. So,
because I saw with you were staying with a picture with the test pressing, right?
I did, yes. So this is a proof that they're being made.
That's pretty special, though.
Yeah, it's a very special feeling, absolutely, to own an EP that you like part of, like recorded and wrote, and having it physically in the hands is very, very, very fulfilling.
Yeah, I like that too, because I mean, we've spent so long with downloads and digital and everything. It's nice to have that physical.
Yeah, you can actually hold it. Yeah, and the same with collecting like other artists, like having music on vinyl is like very fulfilling. It's like you're really holding the music. You can really put it on. It's like an effort that you have to do to play the music. Now, if you want to listen to a song, you just look it up on YouTube or on Deezer or Spotify, you put it on and that's it. And you don't really have to do the effort. But if you have with the vinyl, you really have to put it in that pickup. You have to put it on. You might have to listen to all the rest of the songs. You want to exactly find where it is. But I just love that process. It takes some time, though you take the effort to really grasp the music. And I like that.
I do too. And I saw there was a picture also of Alice Cooper holding
Love Venom, which is amazing. Alice Cooper has been a huge influence on Cobra Spell, and he also kind of like drove me into really making this happen. Sebastian and I were kind of skeptic starting a project together because many reasons. Though Alice Cooper was the reason that he said, you guys should just do it. Just do it, and kind of like And this is because we met him backstage. So very shortly, but that little moment was very powerful and really drove us into just pushing Cobra Spell and actually doing it. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. He's a really nice dude. I had him on the show last year, I think it was.
Really?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Very kind. He's very kind. You know, I couldn't say much because I just talked a little bit with him, but the little bit that I had, it definitely left a mark. You know, it's definitely rememberable for sure.
Like Wayne's World. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it was hard. I know it's hard to do it with Coop, but of course, as a guitarist, I think you are one of the best guitarists in the world. You know, you influence so many people, and where did that really start from? I know you've mentioned before, like your love of Kiss, but where starting out, what was that moment for you where you went, I want to play guitar?
Well, thank you for the nice words, by the way. The very first time, like the very first time interaction that I had with guitar was way before I discovered heavy metal or hard rock music itself. I learned my first chords when I was in a nun school, because I used to go to a Catholic school in Spain. I'm not Catholic myself anymore, but I used to go to one. They were very strict. We had to wear those uniforms and everything.
Oh, wow.
We had to go to church every Wednesday and Sunday, like more than just Sunday, also on Wednesdays. And I was also part of a choir. And there was like this school activities that you could be part during the breaks, and you could go to the music room and learn a new instrument. You know, you had to learn those like chords, like this one and this one and this one. You learn like the basic chords on the guitar. And this was kind of my first interaction with music. And also being part of a choir. And I started realizing that everyone always was relying on those sheets, like on those papers with notes, and I was the only one not understanding the sheets and doing it by ear. This is something that I never understood. I felt like, why is everyone really reading the paper when you can just do it by ear? I kind of had this question mark on my head because of that, though I felt like a special connection with music, something like it was like, it's like a call, but I don't know if it's really my thing, and I don't know if I should really take it seriously. And many years later, I also started playing the flute, like this, the transverse flute.
Yeah.
It was just a bit later when I discovered, when I was 14 years old, that the band named Kiss existed, and I was just a pure curiosity of mine that saw Kiss on some kind of TV program or documentary and thought, okay, let's look this band up on YouTube and see what they're about. And I really started getting obsessed. Like, I was really obsessed. Nobody at school cared about any kind of rock music. So I was like the only kid listening to that. And I was kind of even ashamed, because talking about, like, all those kids were listening to rappers and stuff, and I was like, they're listening to Kiss, and I was like, oh, this is gonna make me look bad, even though I shouldn't have ever cared. I was just little and insecure. But that's seeing Gene Simmons play the bass on those live shows and everything was that I saw on YouTube. This concerts they had in the 70s and in the 80s really inspired me to say, okay, I actually want to become a bass player, because I started being a bass player. And then later on, also additionally, I started playing the guitar just when I get a lot deeper into the music. But my main inspiration has been Gene Simmons from Kiss. And I actually another story, because way before I started playing bass, I was still inspired by Kiss. I wanted to play the guitar because of Paul Stanley. That's what I bought. I bought this. My parents they say I'm not allowed to play the guitar and bass when I was little, because I had to focus on the flute. They said, just focus on one instrument, like that's enough. And I bought a guitar without telling them. I bought an electric guitar. It was an Epiphone Flying V. Whoa. And I hid it under my bed. Literally, I hid it under my bed. I didn't have an amplifier, so I just played an electric guitar without an amplifier. And it was just under the bed. It was kind of sad. and my father found out, and I had to sell it. But later on, I got a bass guitar for my birthday, and this is kind of how it went. So they saw that the passion was really there, and then they started really supporting on it. It just was a process, for sure.
That's awesome. You know, another influence I hear in you as well is the great one. This dude, while I'm dropping stuff everywhere. Eddie
Oh, Van Halen. Oh,
Of course.
yeah.
Yeah, I listen to Van Halen before every show. I'll put him up there and destroy everything. But I hear a lot.
Fantastic.
I hear a little bit of Eddie in you as well. Would you say that
That could
he's an
be.
influence?
I've been listening to a lot of Van Halen. Van Halen came for me way later as because I did discover a lot of bands, though Van Halen I think was more of a recent discovery for me. I'm a young person. There's a lot of music that I still have to discover, though Van Halen came a little bit later for me. And I love Van Halen. Like I consider it like the ideal summer music for me. It inspires me in a guitarist level. I love the way he plays the tappings, the chords, the use of open chords is something that I learned a lot from playing Van Halen. His special way of playing certain stuff, and of course the 5150.
Oh yeah, see, I knew there was a connection.
And the album 5150.
Yes.
I really like Van Halen, obviously. Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But is there any players that inspire you these days?
Plays?
Yeah, are there any players that? Sorry, here's my Australian
Huh.
coming out again. I need to slow down. I'm like, okay, are there any players, guitarists that are influencing you these days? New kids on the block?
Yeah, I'm hugely inspired overall by melodies. I'm not even specifically guitar players, but by melodies that I listen of music and I try to implement it in my guitar playing. I just absorb. As I said, I'm a very ear learner. Everything that I hear, I kind of store in my brain and I can just like come up with melodies like that. So it's kind of a weird system. But from guitar players that really inspire me, I would say, let me see, Marty Freeman has been a huge inspiration to me. Tony McAlpine is a huge inspiration for me, certainly because of the melodies that he plays in his solo albums. I really love. And what more? Yngwie Malmsteen, also a huge influence, even though I don't agree with his personality at all that much.
You and everybody else.
But I really like his style, and I love his music. I listened to Trilogy so many times. And George Lynch from Dokken, Vinnie Vincent, Ace Frehley, and last but not least, I think I would call Warren DeMartini from Rat as also a big influence, certainly in my latest guitar playing, since I used to focus a lot on trying to fit as much notes as I can.
Yep.
And now my challenge is to leave out. And Warren DeMartini is the kind of guitar player that has a very, very bluesy approach on playing. And I am trying to learn from that a bit more. So I'm listening to a lot of Rat lately.
That's awesome. But I'm seeing a lot of female players pop up at the moment, like with the TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and everything like that. It seems that it's such a great time for players, but I think you are influencing a lot of players as well. Are you finding getting a lot of messages from younger girls and stuff like that, messaging you saying you inspire me to play, you inspire me to want to be a musician?
Yeah, and being able, since I'm a guitar teacher also, and seeing girls that are younger than me coming to me wanting guitar lessons is something extremely fulfilling, because it really gives me hope in music that there are young girls, young guys also wanting to start to play. Certainly women, because there's not many women in heavy metal music. There is, but there's way less than guys. And I feel like it's my task to to bring a change into this and be some kind of role model and show that women can do this too. We can shred, we can play, and we can love music the same way. And I feel like I have this responsibility to hope to inspire more people to pick up a guitar and play and bring more young blood into the scene, because of course heavy metal is old, it's getting old, and we need to keep it alive, and we need young people to carry the torch. And this is I feel like this is my task, together with all the other age companions in the scene.
I love it. I love seeing, your little videos, the little, were they the reels? See, I talk like an old person, but you see,
Those little interactive video.
Yeah.
Interactive pictures.
Moving pictures.
Moving pictures.
With the wireless. As a father, as and seeing, that generation, I think it's super important, especially as you mentioned for females getting in there and because I mean, I've seen you shred, and I know there's some other girls out there that shred harder than the dudes. I'm probably gonna, yeah, you know it too, boys. You know
They
it.
are.
Yeah, they are
If you
really
see
good.
Neely Brosh, Neely Brosh is a very good guitar player. She has also played with Tony McAlpine. She's insane. She can play every single Van Halen song like perfect. She's amazing. She's amazing. Yeah, there's so many great guitar players, and gender does not make any difference in that.
No,
So,
you're right. You're right. But so of course, I mentioned Australia. It's something you haven't done yet. But is there anything else you feel it's on the bucket list for Cobra Spell?
oh well, we really want, like, of course, to play in Australia. We would like to go to America too, North America, Middle America, South America. We would like to go to Asia. Would love to play in Japan. I would really like to release an album. And now that we have a new singer, I'm very excited to write new music with her voice because she's super amazing. She has a great voice, and this gives more opportunities to play around with that. So I'm very excited for what's coming. I really want to play a lot of festivals that I have in my bucket list. Also festivals that I've already played in the past. I would love to be able to play with Cobra Spell. I just have the huge desire to do everything I can with this band. So I have a lot of things in my bucket list for sure.
That's awesome. Is Kristina there?
Kristina is right now up downstairs.
Oh, I was gonna say, tell her to jump in and say hello.
If you want, I can call her up. Maybe.
Have you got much time? I think I've been. Have you got?
You have time?
Yeah, bring her up.
All right, I'll bring her up.
I've got time. I don't want to hold you up.
I will call her up. Kristina, they ask you if you want to join for a moment in the interview. You want to join? Oh, okay. It's fine. No worries. No, it's not a right moment.
Oh, that's okay. Tell her I said hello, and I'm looking at what she.
Oh, my voice is gone.
No.
Okay, now it's back.
Lucky
Sorry.
you, friend. Lucky you play guitar. Yeah.
Oh no, she's doing her thing. She just came out of her shower, so
that's all right. I'm very excited to hear what you guys.
I'm sorry for her, but there's gonna be, like, she's definitely gonna do interviews. Like, I told her, like, I really would like her to do interviews for the band, and she's starting to really, like, she just got in the band, so she needs to prepare this a little bit, but she is really excited, and there's gonna be a lot of chances to give interviews with her. Absolutely. Yeah.
Next time, tell her that the Australian guy said jump on.
The Australian guy is waiting for Kristina.
Yeah, I want to have a chat,
Oh yeah.
On the way down here in Australia.
Yeah, I will tell her.
Yeah, it's exciting, mate. It's really, really exciting, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with next. It's really, really cool. So, mate, I really appreciate you hanging out on the show. It's been cool.
Yeah, it's been great. Thank you so much. Like, I love this conversation, and it's going into depth, and I love it. Yeah.
Awesome. And next time I'll have to slow my voice down. You'll get used to us. Have you
get used to it. I need to learn too. It's a challenge.
Just yeah, you just got to speed up your speech and then just go, yeah, mate. That's it.
All right. That went too fast for me.
Yeah. See, that's exactly what I said. We talk really fast. We need Australians talk. You'll get used to us.
I'll get used to it. Yeah.
Mate, thank you so much, and all the best to you and the rest of the crew. Get your asses down to Australia. We'll have the beers nice and cold, and until then, my friend, go take care of.
Yeah, and a big thanks to everyone that is watching right now from Australia, and to you for having me here, and for supporting Cobra Spell from all the way on the other side of the world, which is kind of like, wow, it's amazing to me, really. and we really want to go there. And I want to give a special shout out to Sabir, which is a band from Australia that I really, really like. And it's a heavy metal band, from there. And I really like
who is it?
There's awesome heavy metal coming from that country. So if we get to play in Australia, it would be awesome to share the stage with Sabir.
Who is it?
Sabir.
Sabir.
Sabire. I don't know how to.
Yeah. Those guys, yeah.
They're like heavy metal guys. The singer looks a little bit like Blackie Lawless. Like this.
Yeah. I know those guys. Yeah, Brad.
Yeah, and they're a great band. So I wanted to give them a shout out.
I will make sure it stays in.
Oh yeah.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your day, mate, and take care of yourself. Hey.
Thank you so much.